This is the entrance into my classroom. You walk in and then you see the different table groups that I have with my students. Also, when you come in to my classroom, we have the different PBIS matrix that is for our students, so they are reminded of how to act in each specific area, which is along the top of the classroom. I'm sorry, not the classroom, of the poster. And then when you come in, I have our rules. So here are our rules. These students and I came up with these on the first day of school, and this is something that we did together, and they are reminded every day when they come in to do this. As you go below, this is storage from the school. This is storage that I provided. All of these have labels on them, and they're accessible to the students when they need an extra of something or left it in the other room. Since I'm in third grade and I teach reading only, sometimes they go to math and they might forget something or come for math and they might forget something over in the other room, so they're able to use these. Then they also have clipboards that they can use. This is our block schedule that we use and our different specials schedule. All of this stuff is from the school over here. This over here is my rainbow table that I use for students to come up. They can come up here if they want a quieter space to work at, or sometimes if they need help on something, they can come up here and work as well. Then along that same wall, I have more bookshelves, and they have many different kinds of books in here at different levels. And then I also have my different intervention materials along over here towards the end of the day. And then when we get towards the back, I have my items on my desk, calendar of everything that's coming up. And then these are my students' birthdays, so they love to come back here to see whose birthdays are coming up. Then this is more storage back here, so also provided by the school. And then more space along here is their mailboxes. So this is something that my students really like and enjoy, so they can stay organized and know what papers to bring home as well. This is bought by me, so what papers need to be graded, what papers are going home, and extras as well. This is a filing cabinet that I keep different original files of, or different treats for the kids as well. And then I also like to keep our window open so that fresh air can come in. If you notice along the windows, I like to keep little vines, and my theme for my classroom is plants. And at the beginning of my classroom, you can see I have some flowers in a pot or in a vase. Over here is more storage. So this is where I keep my lessons for each day of the week. So I keep this in here in case any loose papers. I also keep my manuals over here. And then below this is where I keep my flexible seating. So students are allowed to use this after I teach our intro and mini lesson. And when they're working independently, they can go and work on there. So these chairs, I call them my wobble chairs. They have a rounded bottom. There you go, you can tell there. And they can use them. And also I use these for some kids who also might be a little more antsy and need more movement. They can also use those as well. And then in this box, that's where I keep our stress toys. Sometimes if they need to calm down for our calm down corner, they can just put the box right on top of this table. And these ones are more of cushions that they can use, and then these ones are rocking chairs. So they can just sit on them, and then you can see that they can rock back and forth when they move. And then up here we have my Promethean board that I used to teach with, as well as my anchor charts, and then our focus wall. Right now I don't have much on here because we are preparing for our state test coming up. So we have our state test. So this is where I keep information that's important for upcoming. We have our CAPS poster over here to tell us, to make sure what we need for writing. And then this is what I always put down, what we're doing for each day, as well as I keep the date up here. And then as we move along over here, this is where we keep our computers. And then we have our another informational poster where students use the strategy of race to rewrite their extended response questions. And then this is where they have their cubbies, so they have a lot of space down here where they can look at. They also have designed their own little flag for one another. For themselves. And they are able to do that at the beginning of the school year. And on each cubby, they have their name and number, and they just keep their backpacks and things. And if they have extra supplies, they can always keep them in here as well. And then this is more storage in here. We have a lot of workbooks for our curriculum that we have. So a lot of that stays in here. And then up there is where I keep more storage for holiday items. And so this just keeps going around the back wall. Still more storage where we sharpen our pencils. They need to wash their hands or anything, they can come back here. And then this is more storage. We have games down here. So this is where students love to play for inside recess. They get those games out, and a lot of them use the flexible seating and go around the room and are able to socialize with one another. Same thing with the table groups. So I love using the table groups as grouping instead of separating the tables into rows, because it allows them to talk to one another and communicate well. As well as the carpet, they can come down to the carpet for when I'm doing my main lesson, or if I have a mini lesson, they can come down here with their clipboards, and this makes it easier for turn-in talks with their kids, with their peers, and that's just more a part of the social aspects of the classroom. And then this is just one more pan over of my classroom. And then up here where I talked about they can get their supplies is where I keep some flowers. And this is, again, one more look at my classroom. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.